Hello everybody, Iain Robson here. Welcome back to an episode of Sosnovka. Today, I'm hoping we're going to finish up this field here, and as you can see, we got a fair bit of it done already. We got like, what, 3 swaths to go, or three windrows to go, sort of thing. One thing I noticed is that, interesting little fact, I was looking on the GitHub for Courseplay, which is where you get the Courseplay mod itself, and they've actually already recognized the Kun DLC as one of the issues they need to deal with. I actually downloaded a new version of it. I tried to download a new version of it like yesterday and today, but it's the same version right now, so they haven't updated it for the DLC yet, but they know of it and they're going to work on it already, so that is kind of a neat little side fact there. So it'll be curious to see how it works once it's all said and done. I know I'm excited, because once this works with Courseplay, it's going to be way OP. At least in my opinion. And some people are asking whether or not you could bale just hay. And if you bale hay, it will not turn into, they won't wrap hay bales. So keep that in mind. It'll only wrap grass. So if you have, like right now this isn't tedded, so that's why it's just turning it automatically into wrap bales. But if this were all tedded and there was dry hay, or there's hay I should say, then it wouldn't wrap it at all. It would just go into the second section and then just drop it. So, just depends on what you want to do with it. But as you can see, I'm not going very fast, but I'm kind of getting to a point where it's I'm doing like 10 kilometers an hour. If I were going like maximum speed, I would definitely be filling the baler before it would be finished wrapping, which is, you know, it's okay. It's to be expected, really. So like full speed would be like this, and then there's no, well, first of all, I'd be making a lot of mistakes driving like that, and second of all, it just wouldn't be as efficient, because you'd have to wait for the wrapper to finish if you're going at full speed. So I don't know. I'm curious to see how Courseplay is going to handle like the combination of the two, like if it's how well it's going to work together. Because often what will happen is you'll have one aspect will work really well, but the other aspect doesn't. So what happens right now with Courseplay with this particular item is that it recognizes it as a baler only and not a wrapper. So it doesn't know to unload the wrapper section of it. So that's the problem they're running into, or at least this version of it that I'm using at least. So it only recognizes it as a baler, not a wrapper. So it's kind of bizarre how it all works together, but interesting nonetheless. But in my opinion, this is still faster. Having this wrapper baler combination is still faster than wrapping and baling individually. The only difference is here is that I have to do this manually. Yeah, you can't really hire a worker for this, and I don't think you can. I don't know if it would do that or not. Let's test something real quick. Let's grab, sure, this would work. I think everything's fertilized. Let's check, actually. I didn't even think about that. Oh, the corn, that's right. Alright, we're going to harvest some corn in a second here. So, what I'm just testing right here is to see how Follow Me handles this, because Follow Me will automatically unload a wrapper and a baler. So that's what I'm kind of curious about. I don't know if I tested this one. I think I did. Let's see here. Let's just drop back here, and I believe I have Follow Me installed. Yes. Let's see here. Oops. Alright, so I'm just going to do a big circle here, and then go back. Just so we can get back on the path, basically. Because Follow Me may treat it differently than Courseplay, which is entirely possible. So what you could do is you could have the rake, or have this baler follow the rake, is what I'm thinking, basically. But I don't think it'll work. I don't know if Follow Me is that smart. I think what happens is it'll bale, but I don't think it'll unload the wrapper, because it's the same problem. It'll recognize it as one, but not the other. So there, it stopped to unload the bale. And then it should continue once it's done unloading. But I don't know if it'll unload the baler, or no, the wrapper side of it. Let's find out here. Maybe it will. If that's the case, then that's a workaround for the time being. This is what I like finding out in the game. No, that's what I thought it did. It just doesn't unload the bale. That's unfortunate. So, there you go. Doesn't do what I thought it might do. So, I don't know. Basically, I was testing it to see if it would automatically unload it. But because it's not recognized as a wrapper or a baler, that's why there's like that weird kind of middle ground right now. So, anyways, let's grab the harvester and do some harvesting. Harvesting some corn. Or we could do some chaff, but we don't have the money for chaff. Well, yeah, we'll just harvest some corn because it's on a great demand right now too. So I should have the corn header right there. Perfect. Originally we were going to chaff it with the VGA, but then we spent our money on other things, like the Coon DLC stuff. And honestly, you're making more money from the Coon DLC than you are from the VGA. Which is ironic. Because if you think in reality you would make more. I don't know, I guess like depending on what size of BGA you had, you could make a lot of money from it. With the BGA extension, like we were making, I want to say it was something in the neck of the woods of, what would it be here? Maybe, how much was it in the end? This has been fertilized twice, hasn't it? Yes. I think it was something in the neck of the woods of $50,000 a day. Something in that area. So we were able to make that much money. Let's grab this Series 7. Here it is. And where's our... We'll get this guy unloading. Alright. And then I can just keep rolling. And put it in unload, combi mode. There we go. There we are. Let's grab that. Perfect. And then we will put it to drive course. It'll automatically detect the combine. No one's coming. Good. Alright. There we go. And let's stop once we reach 100% with drive control. So, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of interesting to see how Courseplay is gonna like handle the DLC. I wasn't sure if they were gonna be able to deal with it quickly or not, but it seems like they probably won't be able to do it super quickly, which is to be expected, really. Now let's put the pipe out, just so Courseplay's got something to follow. So I don't know. I'm pretty excited actually. I want to see what's going to happen when it's all said and done, once the upgrade and they make the changes for the Coon DLC. So I don't know. They're still adjusting a lot of things, so maybe it may not be the first thing on their list, and I suspect it probably won't be. But it's entirely possible they'll decide to work on it right away because it's the hot item right now. So, but anything is possible, really. Our dude is just waiting there. So corn is currently in great demand. So what we can do is we'll unload this. We'll do this field here, and then we'll go into our silo just right away. And then what we'll do is once we put it into our silo, then we can just sell it directly because it's actually a really good price too. I think it's like over 1,000. It's like 1,100 right now, which is a pretty darn good price for corn, because usually it's not that high. Waiting for our unloader friend there. Usually it's always a good idea to call him early rather than later, because you can always just keep your pipe in. If you're manually driving the combine, you can just keep your pipe in until the driver's there, and then go from there basically. Nice. I do like this combine though. It's nice. I have a couple other variations of, I have a couple other combines that are they're based on this model, I'll say. There he goes. Perfect. And I know for a fact that the Courseplay driver is going to run into one of these trees. I'm not sure which one yet, but one of them. Alright, raise that up. Let's just finish unloading here. And that's the other reason why you want to call them early. Just request the driver. So when you're in the combine, it's in this mode right here. You just left click in the combine controls and you can send the driver home. All sorts of stuff. What will happen is if you keep your pipe out, you'll just sit there most likely, but as soon as you start moving your pipe in, he'll be like, oh, okay, I guess he's done with me. And then he'll drive away. Oops, I thought I lowered that. Apparently I didn't. So there you go. Let's see, is he gonna run into one of the trees? Uh-oh, the fence even. Fences are the worst. That's what's gonna happen, he's not gonna be able to get around that fence. Or drive over it for that matter. Oh no, he was able to drive over it. Oh, really? Well, like I said, this was bound to happen. Well, at least in this particular neck of the woods. So, let's just reset that tractor, the Series 7, because that's not going to work out for me. And luckily we have a course that goes from the shop to the farm. So we'll just do that real quick. And by itself you should be able to get back without running into things. I don't know. Never mind. I feel like I might need to re-record that course at some point because I always run into that flower pot there. There we go. We'll just wait for him to get back. But I don't know. I don't harvest corn very often, actually. I picked up this. I don't know. I think I totally did this off camera. I think that was one of the purchases I made. Was this corn header? The Capello, which is the brand of this header, came on sale like 10% off. So I was like, well, might as well just drop the dough on it now. So that's the reason why we have a Capello header, and they just magically showed up. All right, coffee break. 1 sec. But I don't know. I don't know why I don't harvest corn very often. It's bizarre. Some people love harvesting corn, but I just, for some reason, I prefer like soybeans or oats. I liked oats a lot when you could do that, but there's not many maps you can do that in. Although I think I saw Upside Down released a version of the multi-fruit mod for 17, so we'll see if that actually comes out and gets used. I know there's a couple maps out there with the multi-fruit mod like kind of in it already, but I should turn off that other Deutz there too. It's in the middle of the field. It's only got 2 passes left. So the funny thing is, what I really should do is just hire a worker on here and finish baling that field over there, because that's worth way more money than this, I think, in the long run. Because each harvest of that field, I think, is worth like $180,000, $190,000, just to put it in perspective. And I doubt this field will garner us that much. Alright, the Series 7 has reached its destination. Let's put it back on the previous course it was on. Courseplay is definitely not perfect, as I just demonstrated there. Now the funny thing is, I just let it happen because I knew it was going to. But in reality, I should have held off, perhaps, or just stopped the driver and manually moved him. But, you know, that's one of the issues you will run into with Courseplay. Oh, look at that. That looks awesome. Little rooster tails of dirt coming off there. That's super neat. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Not quite like that. Maybe not that fast. Oh look, the cars magically disappeared too. I suppose I should have reset this trailer too, but I'm just gonna do this. Which is probably worse, but luckily trailers don't weigh nearly as much as you think they do in this game. There we are. Put him back on track here. Guess we could try to avoid the tree instead of running into it. There we are. 25, unload. There we go. But yeah, I don't know. Harvesting corn's kind of fun sometimes, once in a while. It's kind of, I believe it's pretty rough on a combine too, because you have to put so much material through your combine to get to the actual corn kernels themselves. Or corn, yeah, I guess it'd be kernels. So, I'm not sure what would be rougher. Actually, I think that's not too bad to actually bale this up, or bale this up. You can bale corn stalks up, but it's very hard on your baler, that's for sure. Some people do it like in a pinch, like some people do it because they just don't have any straw at all. But I don't think it's a recommended practice. But some people do it. You can also bale up soybean chaff, I think, or soybean straw, I guess, too. I don't know if it's called straw, but that's what it would be kind of classified as. But you can do it, but same thing applies. It's not necessarily the best on your machine. I wonder if that guy's just driving back slowly. Yeah, he's probably going to unload and then come back. That's going to be my guess, based on how he's driving at least. Yeah, that's definitely... I don't know why he's driving slow though. That's weird. Oh, he's probably driving to the first waypoint. How's it just manually unload? Sometimes it's the best thing to do, in all honesty. Just take control. And just do it yourself, because while Courseplay does work well a lot of the time, it's still a machine, so to speak. And it's not going to function nearly as well as a human being, which is why multiplayer is a lot of fun. But you can make some big mistakes in multiplayer too. One sec, more coffee. Excellent. I like this trailer too. This is a good sized trailer. 28,000 is kind of like, it's not small, it's not huge either, so like you can use it for what's going on there? Look at that. Alright, wonder how that's going to work out. Let's just keep an eye on him. He's going to do a big loop. Looks like it, yeah. 12.2. Actually, that's a little bit too wide. Let's decrease it. 11.9. That's perfect. Oh, he's going to come back. That's funny. Whatever. It's only 73% full anyway, so... Although you can manually control, so you want to say stop the driver, you can just go bang and stop the driver right there, send him home. Well, he's already here, I might as well just keep him here to the end of the pass and then send him home. Or he'll do it himself eventually. Once he reaches, I think it'll be... what would be the actual number? I think once he reaches... what would it be? A 90% usually? Let's just send him home. I think it's 90% usually. You can change it, so once he's 100% full, he'll go. Just depends. Yeah, this is a good looking combination too, because it's got the red capello. Of course, I believe you can change the color of the capello header. But yeah, it's a pretty solid looking combination, if I do say so myself. Granite. Very nice. Sorry, that was me just commenting on, or just enjoying the view. I don't know, this is what ends up happening a lot. When I'm playing Farm Sim, by like not recording, I'll just sit here and like watch it. That's all I will do. But I think a lot of people are like that though, depending on what's going on. Like, there's some activities on the farm that are just a lot of fun to watch. Like, if you watch baling, like, there's been a couple times where I've just sat on the edge of the field and watched baling. Like, even in real life, it's a lot of fun to do. It's interesting, you see all like the dust cloud of the tractor moving around the field. So like when you're baling up grass like that, it's a little different than dry hay, right? So here we go. I think the pipe's still out, so let's put the pipe in. Yeah, it is. You don't need it to slam into that tree over there. There we go. But the reason why you want that little tiny bit of overlap is just so you don't miss little bits and pieces like we were before. So like that right there, for example, we would totally miss that if I had it set to 12 meters, most likely at least. So that's why it's nice to have the extra little bit of overlap there. Because I think this particular header is only 12 meters long. So, Baling, engine is on. Yes, 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 I know. Let's turn that off right now before I forget about it. Apparently you'll just automatically... Is it going to wrap the bale without me being in the tractor too? No. Oh, apparently I don't even need the engine doesn't need to be on. Wow. It kind of does and kind of doesn't. That's bizarre. So like if I leave the engine on and get out, it'll continue wrapping. But if I'm in there... That was funny. Love the sound with it. There we go. Back to harvesting. Sweet. Hopefully we'll make some good money from this corn too. We don't have 2 trailers, or else I'd have 1 trailer unloading and 1 trailer selling, but because great demands, the price don't fluctuate nearly as much as when it does when it's not in a great demand. So, and I just realized I'm like, why am I going so off course here? I don't know what happened there. I must have hit the button by accident. Because the line was definitely... I guess I was looking this way, and that was just enough apparently for it to miss a big chunk of it. 60%. So, we should be able to get to the end of the pass. So what should happen is, that driver's going to wait there, most likely, until I get super close to like 100%. And then once I'm at close to 100%, then he'll probably just drive in the crop over there, so. Shows our capacity right there. I feel like this needs like a zoom feature like we have on American Truck Sim, where you can kind of like look closer and like, oh, what's that? You can all... I don't think there's one. It's possible there is, though. I don't know, so... 80%. I don't think we're going to finish this pass without needing to be unloaded. Let's see. Maybe. Maybe. We've got 10% left. We might be able to do it. It's a lot of money sitting on the field there. Actually, one of the interesting notes is Mark pointed out that what you could do with the different colors of foil is that you could have for different years. So you could have it for 1 year would be like a white, pink another year, black another year, green another year. So you can know what year it is. No, we're not going to be able to fill it. So, anyways, folks, I think what I'll do is I'll finish harvesting this field off camera, and then we'll come back next episode, and maybe we'll do some selling of the corn to make some money. That's it for me for today, folks. If you like what you saw, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button for some more Farm Sim action. Catch you guys later.